This is what I consider to be the ultimate gun stock. You just have to be willing to do two things. You have to be willing to pay for it, and you have to be willing to wait for it. Cayman Wolf, the Decrepit Gamer here. If you're in the market for a virtual reality gun stock, but you're daunted by all of the options, you're looking for the ultimate virtual reality gun stock, I'm here to tell you look no further than the Wield VR OneStock. Now, before I go any further, let me just say that I am not sponsored by these guys. I just did my research and found the gun stock that I thought was the best choice for me, and it certainly was. I tell you what, if you're just looking for a recommendation as to whether this is a buy, absolutely it's a buy. I give this my highest recommendation. If you want a little more detail, a little more nuance, stick around. Now, I received this several weeks ago, and I captured my unboxing in a video, and I'm going to show that to you now. If you don't care for unboxing, feel free to skip ahead. There's timestamps in the description. So here we have the Wield VR Gunstock, exactly as it arrived to me from Wield VR, where I ordered it. At the time of this recording, this has to be ordered directly from Wield VR. You can't buy this on Amazon or anything like that. But I finally got it, finally got my hands on it, and this is exactly how it was packaged when I got it from Wield VR. I'm just going to go ahead and unbox this thing, and let's take a look at what we've got here. Set that out of the way. Okay. This comes in a relatively small box because one of the great benefits of this stock is that it's supposed to be very easy to assemble, to disassemble, to change the configuration and all of that on the fly without any tools. It's supposed to be completely toolless. So this one is for the MetaQuest 2, 3, or Pro. Okay. All right. This looks like the strap. I ordered the version that comes with the 2-point strap, which I think is probably the smart way to go, and I'll talk about that a little bit when I actually put this thing to the test with some games as to why I feel like that is. And this is it. Nothing else in the box here. Let's see. So let's pull out the strap here. So we've got the strap. This looks like rings for sort of like, maybe this is like sort of like key rings or something for the strap. I'm not sure. Not sure what that is. We'll and this is an Allen wrench. This is supposed to be toolless, but I think there are some things that you can put in place and tighten down that aren't intended to move. Let's see if we got any sort of instructions here with this. I don't see that it actually comes with any sort of manual or instructions. I assume that everything you need to know about how to set this thing up and configure this can be found on their website. So far, I'm very impressed by the construction of it. Highly configurable, very highly configurable, very high quality materials. I'm impressed so far. The only thing I would say, it seems like it should have come with just a bare minimum of some sort of manual, something that shows visually which of these adjustments you're intended to mess with and which ones you aren't, because I had actually inadvertently taken this one off of here because I was assuming that this was an adjustment, something that I would want to mess around with, and it really isn't. The only thing that this one is for taking this off and replacing it with one from a different VR headset. This is for, I believe, is for turning. Yep, this is for turning the cup at different angles, for gripping the stock at different angles. So maybe, you know, like if you're using like a rifle that doesn't have a foregrip, you know, maybe you put it forward like this so that you grip this way. If you're using a rifle with a foregrip, you would put it like this so that you would grip it this way. If you're using a submachine gun, you would shorten this here, and now your hands are real close together as if they would be on a submachine gun. If you're using a submachine gun with no foregrip, you know, it's this. If you're using a sniper rifle, put this at full length, put this at full length, slide this probably, I would guess you would slide this back a little bit, and then this. So you've got a sniper rifle. So yeah, very highly configurable, very high quality materials. Good product. I'm impressed so far. So let's try it out in some games and see how it works. This is the end of the mission. Okay, good deal. All right, I love it. I love my stock. I got to practice with it a little more for sure. Still a little awkward with it, but it's definitely a worthwhile investment. If you like these kind of games, definitely a worthwhile investment. It's hard. You have to experience it. It's just like anything else in VR. You can't really explain it. You just have to experience it. The best way to explain it is to say, when I pick up this gun like this, and I grab this foregrip right here, I feel it. I feel it. I've got this gun in my hand. It's a physical thing. I've got it in my hand. I feel the butt against my shoulder. When I lay my head, my cheek down on the butt like that, I feel it. I mean, I'm holding the gun. It's really an incredible feeling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this submachine gun. I'm going to take this submachine gun and I'm going to show how easy it is to reconfigure this WieldVR OneStock for a different gun. So right now it's configured for my assault rifle. You see how this forward grip is too far up. So what I'm going to do is and also the forward grip is configured for a foregrip on an assault rifle. So I'm going to push this forward grip forward so that it's laying down. So it's like gripping the bottom of a weapon, and then it's too far forward. So I'm going to undo the latch right here, slide it back a couple inches. It's in exactly the right place now. I'm going to push this rear grip down a little bit so that the gun is aligned perfectly. There we go. For gripping the front of the gun, we'll lock this down, and there we go. We've reconfigured this for a submachine gun in real time while we play. All right, let's reconfigure this thing real quick for the assault rifle. Raise this up, pull that back, get the distance right. And lock it down. Perfect. So one of the really cool features of this stock is, I'm not sure if this is by design or if it's emergent behavior, but either way, it's a really neat thing. And that is that this latch right here, this is a way to toollessly extend, be able to, without having to use any tools, extend the length of the barrel of the weapon. So if you want to reconfigure this thing while you're playing, you can just very easily unlock that latch right there, you know, move adjust the length of the weapon and lock it back. But it just so happens that if you unlock this latch right here and leave it unlocked, this adjustment right here, this sliding behavior, this just sort of perfectly emulates the pump action of a pump shotgun. Which it's a lot of fun. It makes this stock a lot of fun to use in games with a shotgun, and you'll see that in this gameplay footage right here. Watch the action of the pump shotgun after each shot. So I bought myself a new shotgun because I've always loved these weapons in almost every first-person shooter I've ever played, and I've got my Wield VR here. I bought this Mossberg shotgun so that I can, what I like about it is it's got this foregrip on it, and it makes it very, very quick and convenient to reconfigure my Wield VR OneStock to switch back and forth between the
shotgun and the assault rifle. So if we have any close quarter situations, then you'll see that.
All right, squad, it's close quarters from here. Use the containers for cover. Grab a shotgun and watch your flanks. We're searching for a hangar full of electronics. 10-4.
I just happen to have a shotgun. Isn't that convenient? Wow, look at that range, man. Yeah, you don't want to come in here. You don't want to come in here. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like my buddy's coming in right there. Hey, buddy.
Upload at 20%.
Hey, buddy.
Juicy stuff, but no
Saloki sighted.
Roger that. We're proceeding to the next.
Okay. I failed to mention the 2-point strap that I talked about in the unboxing video. And so let's go ahead and talk about that now here for a second. The 2-point strap, the advantage of the 2-point strap is that the strap connects to the frame of the stock in 2 places instead of 1 place. And what that does is you have, when you're using this thing, you have muscle memory that will allow you to reliably reach down here and grab this stock. When you don't have it in your hands, when you drop it for your pistol or whatever, and you want to grab it again, you'll reach down to the same place and you'll grab it. And so what happens is, because this strap connects to the frame of this stock in 2 places instead of 1, the stock will much more reliably fall down onto your body when you let it go in the same place and turned in the same direction. So that's the advantage of the 2-point strap. There are different versions that you can order depending on what type of headset you have. Really, the primary difference is these cups here that are designed to hold the controllers. They're designed in such a way that during gameplay, you can just sort of slap those controllers into that cup there, and you don't have to fasten anything, you don't have to tighten anything down, you don't have to do anything but just slap that controller into that cup during gameplay, and there you've got it. These cups are designed specifically to fit the different controllers. So one thing that I found to be extremely useful with this are these AMVR knuckle straps. And I say the AMVR knuckle straps, and the reason is because these AMVR knuckle straps are built such that they replace your battery cover. You see that? So the knuckle straps are built onto a replacement battery cover. So you replace that battery cover with the AMVR knuckle strap, and then the footprint of your controller is the same size. It has a knuckle strap attached to it. And it just so happens that when you order this WieldVR, you can order this, if you're ordering it for the Quest, you can order it with some slightly enlarged receptacles here for the knuckle straps. That most of these knuckle straps have a sort of a silicone cup that they'll send into, a silicone jacket, if you will, and that increases the footprint of the controller a little bit. So you can order this thing with a slightly larger receptacle here for the controller if you're using those knuckle straps. If you're using these AMVR knuckle straps, there's no need to do that, and this just fits nicely right into there. And you don't need to make any sort of adjustments or order a different type of OneStock. So you see, if I'm using the AMVR knuckle straps, boom, just fits right in there. Links to the AMVR knuckle straps are in the description. So there's 2 things really that make this gunstock fantastic. The first is configurability. This thing is so easy to reconfigure to different types of weapons. The second thing is quality. Very high quality materials. This is not 3D printed plastic. This is metal. These cups here that hold your controllers, these are plastic, but these do not look or feel like 3D printed plastic. These are very, very high quality build material. If they are 3D printed, I don't know, but if they are 3D printed, there's no layer lines here. So there's nothing, it's they're at the very least printed with some sort of resin or some sort of hard plastic or something. Very high quality materials. So it's the configurability. I mean, look, just everything about this stock is just so easy to reconfigure on the fly. In terms of the cons, I would just say that it's a little on the expensive side. I believe I paid around $165 US for mine, and I waited 2 weeks for delivery. I'm going to venture to guess that they're a small company and they are trying to fill orders at a rate that maybe they're not ramped up to that capacity. I don't know, but I had to wait a good couple of weeks, and I've seen on Reddit where other folks have had to wait for a while for theirs as well. But to my mind, it was well worth it. I use this Wield VR in my entire Zero Caliber series called Zero to Hero, where I'm going through the entire campaign from training to completion. Sight unseen. So as I'm playing it, I'm seeing it for the first time. So check that out. You know, if you get a chance, and I'll put a link to the playlist at the end of the video here. So there you go. Super high quality, super easy to use, easy to configure. Those are the things that you want in a VR gun stock. The cons. Ironically, the cons don't really have anything to do with the item itself. The cons are that it's a little pricey. So that's, you get what you pay for. But if you're strapped for cash, that might be one reason that this wouldn't be your first choice. The delivery took a little while. That's something that I'm assuming is going to improve over time. And of course, it would have been nice to have had just a little bit of documentation included, maybe just a mechanical drawing to show what each adjustment was for. But that was very easy to figure out. I wouldn't take too many marks for that. Yeah, but that's it. It's just a great gun stock. And so I'm gonna give this a highly recommended. And look, if you found this review to be helpful at all, please do the like and the share and all of that. I'm a super small channel, and I would really love to grow. I just enjoy this so much. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope this helps you. And we'll see you next time.